get to ask you this Friday night, but what's it feel like to win the leather helmet? CJ Spiller won it the first time. Kind of continuing that tradition.
I know it's a great honor, but honestly, I just felt like okay, thanks, I appreciate it, but I appreciate for that community giving me that award.
Did you wear it on the plane ride home?
No, they made me wear it for a couple pictures, and I gave it to the equipment people to take home because I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know if we were supposed to give it back or we got to keep it.
Does it feel like you're kind of hitting your stride in the running game right now, and what's been different, if anything, in the last few games?
Well, hopefully it continues. It all starts up front. Like I said, only thing different I could say that's been really going on in practice is going back to the basics and everybody just knowing their assignment up front and just allowing us backs just to do our job.
Did it feel like through 5 games the big plays were not as much a part of the offense as they should have been?
It was a grind because, we start off with Auburn. They're a great defense. Then you go into Troy, who I think's lost 1 game now. So, we played some pretty good defenses at the start of the season, which, I guess just brought us up to where we are now. It really got us hitting our stride, knowing what we need to do and what we needed to work on from those first couple of games. And, it's all starting to come together.
Yeah, do you feel like the 59-yard run the other night took the top off and started to get things rolling just from Mike?
Run creates everything. It really sets up the pass, just sets up everything in the offense and gets everything going. And, I'm glad to, have that job to do that.
You tell the difference in the holes that you're seeing over the past few weeks. You feel like the offensive line's kind of gelled here.
Yeah, they're really creating some push. Number 1 defense in the nation last year, and right now. Well, I don't know right now, but
Dropped to 7th after
one
going in.
So yeah, they've been doing a really great job and really taking that criticism and using it as a chip on their shoulder and to show the country that they are a good offensive line.
On that long touchdown run, Sean throws the block for you. Has it been a long time since you've seen that much green in front of you and kind of what's going through your mind right there?
Yeah, because you barely get that much, in football. Really, you get that much green if someone on the defense misses an assignment or does something wrong. But that was just great execution, and I'm glad Deshaun gave me that extra block to give me that hole to go through.
As a mentor to Davian, how much did you enjoy seeing him get that touchdown run? And
all game I was like, listen, this is a game we're all about to get in. Just all need to come because I was fired up. I was ready to play, and for those guys behind me, I want them to know that opportunity is gonna come. And I was telling Tavian, Tashawn, and CJ, I'm like, hey man, y'all gonna get in. Y'all need to stop playing around because they over there on the bench just talking and this and that. But I'm glad Tavian got out there and did his thing. The whole hole opened up and he took off.
How big is a play like that for a young running back for his confidence?
I think his confidence rises a lot because coming from high school to college, you really notice the difference in practice and what you have to do to compete and this and that. So it takes a toll on your head and mentally. But just for him to get that much space and really start to see himself learning the plays and how he's executing the plays, how he can really develop naturally with the plays, I think that does a lot for him.
Big picture, how's he doing just halfway through his freshman year?
He's fine, all the tutors and stuff like that, just learning what time to go to bed, what to do and what to not do. He's good, man. I don't have to tell him a lot.
You feel like he's close to deserving more opportunities? What he's shown he can do with the limited touches he's got?
That's not my say. I think any one of those backs in the room can do as much as me, But, all starts with what they do on and off the field, what the coaches see and how much trust that they have in them. So that's not my take.
Does your body feel any different this year compared to last year? We had a lot of carries in that first half of the season.
I feel great. I mean, I don't have to go to treatment on Sundays. I feel completely fine.
I'm sure you would have wanted to be more part or have more workload, but is this a good thing now for a team that may have 9 games in front of them that you feel as fresh as you do?
Yeah, and you know, depending on what the coaches really want me to do, you know, I'm perfectly fine with it. For the past couple of weeks, I've just learned myself I have to take every rep and every opportunity as I get and just maximize it to the fullest. Because as you see, I haven't been getting that many carries, and that's just because we have so many weapons that we can use. And you know, I don't mind blocking. I mean, I like blocking. That's one thing I really wanted to come into, you know, this season and proving that, you know, I'm one of the best blocking backs in the nation. And you know, I don't mind doing that, but I know when I get the ball in my hand, I'm gonna maximize the opportunity.
Does it help you all to know that you have that bye week coming up and you just have one more game to get through before you get a little bit of a rest?
Yes, because I obviously didn't know when it was coming. I thought it was next month, actually, but I'm glad that's next week. That's going to be good.
Sean said he feels like he's gotten better as the season progressed. In what ways have you kind of seen him maybe make progress?
I mean, it's just we haven't played football since January, and you wait all that time to August, and we're not playing. We're training. We're getting better. We're working on developing our bodies, but you know, you're gonna have to. Nobody's gonna start the season off, you know, at their best. You know, it's gonna take a couple games into it to really get your groove, and that's where he's gotten. And you know, it's just practice and really getting back in that practice flow and things like that. That's where he's gotten. So I'm glad to hear that he's doing good in that department.
Is this team good enough to make a championship run?
Yeah, I want to. That's the goal, and you know, right now it is the goal to win the division, but you know, that is the ultimate goal in everybody's minds.
Does this year feel a lot like last year, the way it's developed?
No, I don't know. We played a top team at the beginning of the season last year. Kind of worked up. Then there was Notre Dame. This and that. We were playing the Hurricane this year. You know, it's just kind of regular. It's kind of a difference, but you know, same objective.
All set.